This video will demonstrate how to install and remove the single pin anti-seize cotter pin. The single pin anti-seize cotter pin is packaged per axle in one bag. Each bag contains 2 pins, a left and a right, depending on the orientation of the slack adjuster. After removing both pins from the bag, we now must follow 2 steps to correctly install the anti-seize cotter pin. Step number 1, we first start with the 1/2 inch clevis arm. This is the 1/2 inch clevis arm. Must always be facing towards the yoke. Step number 2, we rotate the pin and make sure that the top hook, this is the top hook, this is the bottom hook. The top hook must always face towards the top of the slack adjuster. So we take the 1/2 inch clevis arm, face it towards the yoke, rotate the pin, the bottom hook goes underneath the yoke wall, and the top hook goes towards the top of the yoke wall, facing towards the top of the slack adjuster. After finding the right pin for the right side, we can now start to install the anti-seize cotter pin. We first take the 1/2 inch clevis arm and push it through the hole on the clevis pin until the locking arm hits the side of the clevis pin. We now need to take the locking bar, this is the locking bar, and pull it over the top of the face of the clevis pin, like so. Or, if there are obstructions in the way, we can also use a flat screwdriver and wedge it between the locking bar and the 1/2 inch clevis arm. Pull the locking bar over top of the face of the clevis pin and push forward. You can now take the cotter pin and push it all the way forward to the other side so that the locking bar can engage on the opposite side of the clevis pin until we hear an audible click. That part of the cotter pin is now engaged to the 1/2 inch clevis pin. We rotate the cotter pin, make sure that the bottom hook is at the bottom of the yoke wall and the top hook is facing towards the top of the slack adjuster. We take a flat screwdriver, place it on top of the clevis pin and the tip of the screwdriver underneath the top hook of the cotter pin. We lift the cotter pin over top of the yoke wall and make sure it engages around the wall of the yoke, facing the top of the slack adjuster. The cotter pin is now installed. To remove the anti-seize cotter pin, we take a flat screwdriver and put it between the cotter pin and the side face wall of the yoke, and the tip of the screwdriver goes underneath the top hook of the cotter pin. We pull up the top hook of the cotter pin, move it to the side, and disengage it. We now need to disengage the locking arm from the 1/2 inch clevis pin. We can pull it out and over top of the face of the clevis pin, or again, we can use a flat screwdriver, place it between the locking arm and the 1/2 inch clevis arm, lift up the locking arm over top of the face of the clevis pin, and pull the cotter pin up.